Hey everybody, this is GGB Coles Poppers, and today we're going to be getting into the third quarter of this Mountain West Saints at SEC Browns game. I hope y'all are enjoying it as much as I am. I'm hyped to get back into this football game, so let's get straight into it. It's so exciting. I hope you guys all had a good Easter yesterday. I had a good one. My brother pushed me in the pool. So, let's see this kickoff by Josh Lambo. The Saints are going to be getting the ball back. Let's see. I swear, Lambo is either doing these bad kickoffs on purpose or he is just a horrible kickoff specialist. But let's see what the SEC Saints have. The Mountain West Saints, why did I say that? In this game. See if they're going to get the big W or if they're going to get the L. So, let's see what happens here. On this 1st and 10. 28-yard line. I think a Rashad Penny run might be smart here. Start the run game up. Yeah, that got going at the end of the half. Derek Carr started finding his groove. So, that's not bad. Find Hollister. So, he goes short pass to Gallup, and he picks up a good 2 yards. That's not a lot, but it's also not horrible. But the Mountain West Saints have not been on today. They've been a little bit, sluggish, I guess would be the best way to say it. They're just not look like the same Mountain West Saints we saw in the American game. And these SEC Browns are actually a pretty good football team. It's looking like. I like to point out, though, they have some of the best defensive linemen, a great linebacker core, and a great secondary on their defense. So it's going to be really hard to move on the ball against them a lot of the time. So they bring a four-man rush. He has time to read, and he kind of just throws a horrible pass, horrendous. And Derek Carr is really not making his case that he should be the Mountain West quarterback next year. I think he's actually trying to make the opposite case. That, Josh Allen might be taking over next year. But it's going to be interesting. Next year for Mountain West, you got Derek Carr, you're going to have Josh Allen, and probably Jordan Love will be in the running as well. So anyways, he drops back to pass, and he's hit while he's throwing. It's inaccurate. They've won a grand total of 2 yards, and they're going to be punting this ball away. Fortunately for Derek Carr, his offensive line is nothing for this SEC defensive line. It's a pretty good defensive line so far. Took the deep. Turned out not to work as well as he wanted it to. And Rigoberto Sanchez is going out onto the field. So let's see what he can do here. Maybe he can pin him. Let's see. Never mind. It looked like it was going straight in the air, but it turns out that was a great punt. I thought it was a horrendous punt. Like, that is a horrible punt, but it's actually a pretty good punt and pinned him deep. And Stafford will be taking the field. I guess they're just showing Derrick Henry's stats. I don't know. For fun? I don't know. He's not the starting running back for today. If you had seen the starting running back stats, Derrick Henry just had 2 good runs. Pretty good runs. One was for 11 yards, so it wasn't a great one. The other one was really good run, but we got him in Cleve. But Nick Chubb is the starting running back for this team. If you guys did not watch the previous 2 quarters, see what they do here. They go play action here. DeMarcus Lawrence was getting to him, but he throws it. Oh, man. I thought he was throwing it to not Julio, that's for sure. I thought he was throwing it to that other guy, and I'm like, that is covered. But Stafford read that defense better than I did. Look at him. Nails it. It was good coverage by George Iloka on the other guy, but I think that's Orlando Scandrick. He let Julio Jones get too wide open. You just can't do that if you're the Mountain West Saints, especially when you're trying to come back in this game. So, about only a minute has been gone in this quarter. Ooh, Alvin Kamara finds a hole. What a juke move. Destroyed that man. And Orlando Scandrick tackles him at the 23-yard line, sorry. And Alvin Kamara gets his big carry of the day. And I'd say Alvin Kamara, you got Nick Chubb, who's pretty good for you, and you got Derrick Henry, and all three of them are really, really good running backs. Honestly, though, dang, Nevin Lawson just got destroyed. Ankle's broken there. But honestly, if I had to rank those three running backs, Nick Chubb would be last on my list, but somehow he's the highest overall running back in Madden, and of the three. That doesn't make any sense. So they bring a 5-man rush. He really has forever to scan the field, throw it deep, and it's caught for a touchdown by Mr. Evan Engram. First receiving touchdown of the day. Good for him. He does a little bow. And the SEC is just showing you how great it has the opportunity to have an amazing season in these playoffs. It's looking strong here against the Mountain West. If they can go on, they're going to probably be they're going to be playing. I'm going to just go with it. If all the teams that are supposed to win. I don't know, honestly. The Big 12 ACC game is up in the air. And that game starts on Wednesday, if you want to tune in. It's going to be a very interesting game. You get Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. Very hyped, very exciting matchup. Played in Tampa, so it's going to be very interesting surroundings. But both those teams have an excellent opportunity to go to the conference championship. Anyways, but if that goes the Big 12's way, we're going to be seeing an SEC Big 12 championship game. But if the other one goes, the ACC ends up winning that one, gets the home field advantage, we're probably going to be seeing a Big 10 ACC matchup. Because I'm just going to go with stats here. I don't think the Independents are going to win. I mean, there's always a chance. I think Taysom Hill's too talented for it to not be an opportunity. Plus, they got an excellent offensive line. Problem is, the defense for the Saints, for the Big Ten, it's a very good defense, very solid defense. I just don't know if they're going to be able to hold up against them. So let's see what the Mountain West Saints do here. They really got to score on this drive. It's a necessity if you don't want to slip too far out of reach here. If you're the Mountain West Saints, need this. This is a must get. Okay. Oh, they go screen here. And Devontae Adams fumbles it, and that's a dagger. Another fumble. 7th turnover of the game. That is horrible. There should never be that many turnovers in a game. I'm just saying. Devontae Adams needs to hold on to that, considering he's supposed to be the star receiver for this team. That's just unacceptable. But, just horrible. You need to hold on to that ball. And I'm going to give the same speech to about every receiver and tight end in this game, because Higgins, Hollister, and Adams have all now fumbled the football. You know, if you have more fumbles from your receivers than your running back, not good. Not good. You guys catch the ball every once in a while. You have a running back who's carrying it a lot. Good amount. I wouldn't say a lot, considering he hasn't had that many carries, but you need to, I don't know, not fumble as much as your gosh dang running back. But SEC's looking good here. It's a pretty good team overall, built up. And honestly, the SEC looks like it could go all the way this year. I'm not going to lie. The problem the SEC's had in the past is they haven't had a solid quarterback to go to. In the past, I'm talking about last year, Dak just wasn't good enough to take them to the next step. That's why the Big 12 ended up beating them in the playoffs and ended up going up against the Pac-12 Panthers. But now they have a quarterback like Matt Stafford. They can do some serious damage in this tournament. So he gets to about the 30-yard line. See what this Mountain West Saints offense can do now that they're retaking the field after that horrendous fumble by Davante Adams. Yeah, look, 2 catches. You've had 2 catches. You fumbled one of them. That is bad. Bad. But let's see if Derek Carr can actually, I don't know, get them back in this game somehow, some way. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He can do it. I would never bet against Derek. I don't know. I could sometimes bet against Derek Carr. But let's see what they do here. So they go run up the middle. Good fight by Mr. J. And that's what I'm going to see. I'm going to be, honestly, that's what we're going to see for a lot. I think next year and a couple years from now. So Rashawn Penny used as mostly as the scat back. You know, he's fast. He's a good receiving back. I think we're going to see a lot of power back from J.H.I. because that's kind of his skill set. So he drops back to pass. Derek Carr reads the field. He throws it short to Davante Adams. And that's, I would say, get him involved. But after I saw him fumble the gosh dang football, I'm not sure you want him to be able to be hit the ball because he's just going to, drop the football. Sorry, I'm killing you, Davante Adams. But, it's kind of true. So let's see what they do here. So they go screen. He gets tackled, almost immediately. And actually, they picks up a yard. So, he did pick up 1 yard. 4th catch for Davante Adams. He didn't fumble this time. So, I mean, that's a success, I guess. That's an improvement. So, let's see what Derek Carr does here. I mean, you got to start just trusting Carr to just stretch the field. Maybe throw it deep to Adams. Anyways, they go run here. I don't know. I don't understand Sean Payton, what is happening? We're being out-coached by Freddie Kitchens. That should never happen in a million years. But, you kind of are. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what's happening. Anyways, let's see what they do here on this 3rd and 9. They go 5 wide. They bring a blitz, but he has time to scan the field. Picks up a nice chunk of yardage to Mr. Jacob Hollister. Very, very good, solid tight end for this team. And honestly, in real life, you can see how Sean Payton is because he's now, for some reason, based this offense against around the matchup. I don't know how that's happening in Madden, but they don't use the tight end very often in real life. Cook is not the main target. It's Michael Thomas. They're a mostly wide receiver running back team, but since the defensive line has been swallowing the running game and Davante Adams have just been covered by Stephon Gilmore, they're going after and Davante Adams picks up a good, yard. But I guess Derek Carr just decides to turn it on 3rd down, but, I mean, Hollister was wide open. And if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to be able to read that, make that pass. They brought the blitz, and, everyone blocked. And they actually did a really good job blocking, considering how great some of these players are. It's time to read the field. Oh, that guy just got destroyed. Man, poor Rashad Higgins. He was destroyed. I don't know any other way to put it other than he was just absolutely murdered. So, poor Rashad Higgins. He got killed. But they go 5 wide here. 3rd and 9. I believe that's what they converted last time. So, 4-man rush. Oh, but he's going to get sacked by none other than Von Miller with his 3rd sack of the day. As you can see, Von Miller's very, very good. He's very good at what he does. And Charles Leno Jr. isn't going to stop him. Joel Bitonio, I'm actually... The fact that they've been 2-teaming one guy, and that's been working. The defensive tackles have really been somewhat neutralized this game. Fletcher Cox and Chris Jones, they were putting Joel Bitonio one-on-one with one of them. Jason, this is a long field goal. I just don't know about this. Yeah, not even close. But what I was saying before was they've actually done the offensive line coach has done a good job because the only person that's been really wreaking havoc on this team is really Von Miller. And that's just because he's matched up with Charles Leno Jr. But the fact is they've been able to stop the interior rush, which is really impressive considering they have Fletcher Cox and Chris Jones, and they've actually come up with a method that really seems to work. I think other teams that win this round, moves on to the next round, should initiate this plan. And the fact is they're matching two guys up on one of them, and then they're letting Joel Bitonio go one-on-one. And that just seems to work. They're not getting really even much of an interior rush. I mean, there was that one time where he just destroyed them. There was a huge hole there. A bad read by Nick Chubb. That guy was just chopped on the ground. He was the only one stopping them. You'd have to tackle from on the ground. Instead, you're letting Shaquille Barrett make plays. And honestly, that linebacker core is scary. If you could get some players around that linebacker core, I mean, I understand you got DeMarcus Lawrence, and he's rightfully, you should be afraid of that man. He is a one-man wrecking crew. We got a four-man rush here. You can read. Picks up the easy first down to Mr. Mike Evans. But honestly, if you can get some secondary to help there, this defense could be a real monster of a defense. Just absolutely Hulk of a defense. Or linebackers, and if you got defensive line, oh, never mind. I'm going to take it back. You have one person on the defensive line, DeMarcus Lawrence. But if you can build up some talent, and then you got that linebacker. Honestly, they're getting another linebacker out of Boise State this year. Possible first-round draft pick, Curtis Weaver. It's Weaver. I keep messing up him and the Cal guy. But he's a very good linebacker. And he has a chance to be a real threat in the NFL. And if you add another guy into that linebacker mix, wow. I think you might want to go 4-3 or 3-4 of a defense. Just bring 3 defensive linemen onto the field and 4 linebackers. Because Shaq Barrett, maybe if he transitions to a defensive lineman, they could have 2 awesome pass rushers. And then you could bring that guy coming out of Boise State into the starting lineup, and that would be a pretty good starting lineup. So they bring Kari Blasingame onto the field. This looks like it should be a run, but nope, they throw it to none other than Mr. Kari Blasingame. Ladies and gentlemen, first catch possibly of his entire career. Kari Blasingame, you nailed it. Good job, buddy. Just right out there, did a little flat route, boom, first down. Fullback, probably never see him catch another ball as long as these playoffs go on. I'm just stating facts. Freddie Kitchens came up with that. And honestly, we're not going to see the Browns as the SEC next year. And it's going to be really interesting considering Freddie Kitchens was, fired this year. I just don't know who the SEC is going to be, and it's going to be very interesting. Also, it's going to be the last year of the Pac-12 Panthers just getting absolutely destroyed by Mr. Bobby Wagner. But it's just going to be weird, like normally we see every year the Pac-12 Panthers, SEC Browns. Those are 2 things that happen. But nope, we're going to be getting the Pac-12 Redskins next year. That just sounds so weird. It sounds much better as the Pac-12 Panthers, but it's just not going to work. Also, I don't know what the SEC is going to end up being. Honestly, though. It's time to skip. Intercepted. Bobby Wagner. That guy just gave a block. Bobby Wagner's not going to be able to outrun this dude. Bobby Wagner to the 17-yard line. He's in the zone now. Shut down. X Factor unlocked. Now, if you could just get DeMarcus Lawrence in the zone, they'd have their 2 X Factors on the field in the zone. Yeah, you're not going to get many X Factors from this small team. But, yeah, honestly, you got that guy coming out of college. Honestly, other than that, I don't know. Okay, I could see how the team might change next year. You could end up getting Jordan Love into the team. That's the only rookie I see other than that other linebacker making it. I mean, obviously, you could if you have a decent secondary guy coming out of one of those Mountain West colleges, he could make the team. But starting-wise, I just don't know. Other than that, I don't know anyone else coming out. So that just might be my idiocy. But I think Preston Williams, if he could step up his game, Michael Gallup definitely took a big step this year as a Cowboy. So let's see what they can do 1st and 10. at the SEC 17-yard line. They go slant, smart to Mr. Michael Gallup. And Michael Gallup's really just been a non-factor this game. I mean, the only person that's been a real factor is Jacob Hollister from Wyoming. So they actually bring in Nick Bodden onto the field. It's time to throw. He goes short, route, touchdown for Mr. Michael Gallup. First touchdown of the game for the Mountain West Saints. And maybe we'll see a change of tide here. Nice read. He had him open. Yeah. Easy. Even wide open like that on a curl. Michael Gallup's going to catch that for a touchdown. 9 times out of 10. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be that proud. You do understand you're losing by a considerable amount, right, guys? Like, it's not like you're winning by 30. You're losing by a lot. I mean, I say a lot, but it's a good amount of points. I mean, like, you can come back, but I mean, it's not like super likely. It's like you're down by a good amount of scores there, bud. You need to calm down on your celebration. You know, you don't need to be disappointed here, guys. I feel like every single time you take the play as one thing. But you're not understanding all that's surrounding it. You're winning by a good amount of points. And I understand giving up the touchdown. That's disappointing. But, you know, your offense is getting the ball back, right? Just making sure you understand that. Still have a good amount of game left to play. And also, the Mountain West Saints aren't out of it, but, you know, I'd be feeling a little bit more confident other than being super upset on the sidelines if I was the SEC. Out the back of the end zone. But I honestly don't know who does kickoffs for, I think it's Rigoberto Sanchez, I'd say. Actually, Stafford's had a pretty not great day. Other than he's had a good amount of passing yards, 292. It's a lot of passing yards, honestly. But he's had those 2 picks. That's definitely not helping him. But you're at 6 minutes, 17 seconds left in this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Especially if you're an SEC fan, you're definitely enjoying this. And to watch your conference beat up on this smaller conference. But, you know, go there, make the play. Second tackle for loss from Mr. Orlando Scandrick. Scandrick might be better next year. I just don't know if he'll stay about the same talent as he was this year, or maybe he'll grow, maybe he'll get worse, maybe it was a scheme thing. But one thing I do know is that if the Mountain West wants to take the next step up, be as good, be as talented as the SEC and ACC and Big 10 and Big 12, like even the Big 12, you need to take a big step in that secondary because they should have moved there. Or they should have snapped it, gotten a free play. But instead, they're looking at a 2nd 11. They bring a blitz. Throws it off short. Picks up 5 yards. And they're looking at a 3rd and 6. And we're looking, maybe the Mountain West can get back in this game. If they make a big stop here. Maybe go down the field, score another touchdown. They can get right back in this game. So let's see what they do here. Bring out, obviously, their 3 best players in their linebacker core. Let's see what they do here. So go coverage. He has absolutely forever to throw this ball. He throws it deep. And it is swatted away from Amari Cooper. I'm going to go with that. But what a play by the defensive back. Swat. Good play. Deshaun Gibson Sr. goes up, makes a play on the ball. Man, that ball just was like, you know what? I'm going to go into this guy's hand. Deshaun Gibson Sr. was having none of it. They're going to get the ball back with about 5 minutes, 2 seconds left to go. They're bringing what looks like a blitz. Try to block this punt, I guess. But, you know, that just didn't work. But, you know, it was a very short punt, very hurried. So I guess they're going to get it. Oh, my God. Mountain West. You got to be kicking yourself right now. If you're a Mountain West fan, that's your chance to get back in this ball game. It's a bad punt. You're going to get it on their side of the 50, and it hits your helmet. And the other guy gets it. Now they're going to get the ball back. Yeah, the defense is going straight back out on the field. They gained yardage on that play, a good amount of it, because of your idiocy, your absolute and total buffoonery. Let's see what they do here. So you go over the middle. Now they're in Mountain West territory. Instead of the Mountain West being SEC territory, the SEC is in Mountain West territory. Because you're just idiotic. Whoever that returner is deserves to be fired. They just kicked off the team. And that's just because, my controller disconnected, okay? But got about, let's see how much time is left. We got about 4.5 minutes left in this game. This quarter, not in this game. We still have another quarter left. Going to be premiering on Tuesday, so check that out. So they go run here with Alvin Kamara. As you can see, they're actually working all three of their running backs into this rotation, which you just don't see very often from, anyone on, any team. You haven't seen the American basically just ran Marlon Mack the entire time, gave Latavius Murray a couple runs. MAC was basically Kareem Hunt with a little bit of Brandon Oliver. And Mountain West is completely, it's mostly Rashad Penny, couple of Jay Ajayi runs in there. Got Independence split time with Riddick and Jamal Williams. And you have, who else? Conference USA really went 100% Aaron Jones there. And then the Sun Belt, kind of, honestly, they're the only ones they ran a similar offense to the SEC and kind of ran all three running backs. Ingram picks up the first down, but that's the only one I can think of that ran basically all three running backs. They ran McKissick and McKinnon and Breida. They kind of ran all three throughout that game. That's the only team that I can think of that actually did that. The SEC is kind of individual in that technique. Just the way they do it is they just have all three of those running backs who can all make big-time plays, and they all have different styles. Kamara's more of a, scat back. You got Derrick Henry, who's a full-on bruiser. You got Chubb, who's a mix of them. And then you have also just the talent that you can throw to. He has forever to throw. The offensive line's blocking for him. Great offensive line. They can get better DTs. I think that could really help them in the run game. They've been doing a great job against Chubb, but Henry and Kamara have both killed them on the ground. Maybe that could help. I don't know. But 2.5 minutes left in this game. 2nd and 6. Let's see what they do here. Oh, DeMarcus. Oh, what a chance for a pick from Leighton Vander Esch. Could have gone all the way with that pick six. But 2 minutes, 26 seconds left in this quarter. About 6 minutes left of this actual game, actual third quarter, if you were wondering. It's about what we're sitting at right now. So let's see. They have the 4-man rush coming. DeMarcus Lawrence finally gets off his guy, but unfortunately by that point it is too late. And gets it off to Mr. Julio Jones, who is now sitting at a nice 112 yards receiving. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. They're doing a pretty great job of driving down this field, considering the opportunity they were given because of the idiocy of the returner from the Mountain West. And if I have to highlight a moment in this game, if the Mountain West does not end up winning it, and right now it doesn't look like they are going to end up winning this game, if I have to highlight the moment where they probably lost all hope and the game kind of slipped out of hand, it is that one return where it hit off the guy's helmet. And it's not even like he, tried to return it. He was just, looking down, and it kind of hit his helmet. It was idiotic. He needs to work on, eyesight. Horrible. Horrendous. But, let's see. About minute 40 left in this third quarter. Minute and a half, really. So it's time to throw it. Goes quick slant to none other than Mr. Amari Cooper. And you can kind of see who his favorite targets are. He loves Julio. And Mike Evans is a big one for him. He likes Ingram. as you can see, you don't see a lot of Jared Cook in this game. And we haven't seen a lot of, what's this? Never mind. Hunter Henry, I think that's the last one. Yeah. So let's see what they do here. They bring a 4-man rush, obviously. He's forever to throw. Throws it short, over the middle. First down. To Mr. Amari Cooper. About 50 seconds left in this third quarter. They're about winding it up here. Let's see if they get in this end zone. I would definitely extend the third quarter a little bit. But, the SEC is looking pretty strong here. It looks like we're going to be seeing them in the conference championship game a few weeks from now. About 35 seconds left. I bet that when they stop this, yeah, nailed it. So they go run up the middle. Yep, 33 seconds left. Touchdown by Mr. Nick Chubb. Probably one of his only worthwhile contributions in the game so far. But, you can let him have his fun. Acting all like, yeah, I'm the reason we won this game. It was not Matt Stafford and his ability to chuck it downfield. And Julio Jones able to winning contested catches. Same with Mike Evans. It wasn't that. It was the fact that I ran so well. It wasn't Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara busting me out of a hole, considering how poorly I was running the ball. But no, it was the other thing. But let's see what the Mountain West can conjure up in these last 33 seconds in the third quarter. Got to get another touchdown. Just, at the very least, conserve your pride. Make it seem like it. You don't need to score in these last 33 seconds, but you need another touchdown. At least heading into the next year, you need confidence that your offense is going to be able to produce. This is probably Derek Carr's last season as a starting quarterback for the Mountain West Saints. We could end up seeing him next year, though. Like, this quarterback gets hurt. About 30 seconds left on this play clock for the third quarter. Man, they must really track for something here. But I don't know what the heck is happening. Why is Jacob Hollister coming off this field? I understand Josh Oliver, but Jacob Hollister, you taking him off the field? I feel like that's just an animation, but Hollister needs to be on that field. There's no reason why he should be not on that field. He is probably one of their best players. You need to not take him off this field. Ever. Honestly, I'd run it here. Kind of just gave up at this point. If I was a Mountain West Saints, run it. Actually, great run by Mr. Jay Ajayi. Maybe they could get him the ball more. I think it was mainly just the blocking. I feel like your shot could hit the same hole that he did, but great run. Anyways, let's see if this is going to turn into anything. Probably next episode, though. We're probably not going to see another snap. It's going to be, let's see if they actually do get another snap off. I don't think they are. 12 seconds left. Actually, they might get one snap off. About 8 seconds left. Oof, I don't know. Let's see. Yep, they don't get the snap off. I don't know what was going on with Derek Carr there. But thank you guys for watching. It really did take a lot of effort. To make this. Anyways, this is GGB, Co-host Pupper, saying adios amigos.